you're all doing well. My name is Pramankur. I'm an international keynote speaker and a motivation expert. I'm back for an interesting video. Thank you to all my subscribers who have shown their interest and support in my previous video. And I'm back after a long time for one more interesting video. Those who have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would request if you could subscribe so that I can keep coming for such interesting videos for you. Today I'll be speaking on a $1 million question, that is how you can ensure that your workforce will stay motivated and really remain active. I'll be speaking today on employee engagement. Often I have heard my business friends and employers and people in different organizations really struggling with engaging their employees. Yes, it is really an important matter today. In most of the organizations, people often complain that they don't have a positive and a motivated workforce. Why so? Is it that they don't recruit the right talent, or is it that they do not do enough to motivate their employees? Most of the time when we talk about engaging employees, people misunderstand it to be employee satisfaction. So let me first tell you that what exactly is employee engagement and why we often confuse it to be as employee satisfaction. Employee engagement is actually when your employees are emotionally connected with the organization. They are committed to do the best, but that is not the same as employee satisfaction. So most of the time when you talk about engaging employees, the C-level executives often think that it is when we actually actively give them some activities, or we are engaging them, possibly taking them for a team outing, a kind of a team picnic, or possibly a kind of a master chef, or some kind of employee activities in the office. But you need to understand that employee happiness is correct in its own place. And please don't take me wrong, that because I'm never trying to say that employee happiness is not necessary. It is definitely an important ingredient of employee motivation. But when we talk about employee engagement, it is one level ahead. Employee engagement is when you really find that each and every employee of your organization is emotionally connected with the organizational goal. And that is only going to happen when you really understand that how your employees are basically driven towards their goal. Generally, the employers and the business owners, they basically think about that how our stock prices can be high, how we can get our return on investment faster. But often they do not concentrate or try to understand that employee engagement is a kind of a profit chain. If you really work on your employees, if you really focus on engaging your employees, that is going to enhance your business. A better employee can give you better business. Think in this way. You have an organization, you have a wonderful business, you have great process, but if you don't have the people, the motivated workforce who can really run those processes, then how exactly will ensure that you get a great business? So if you really think of making great business and getting a J-curve in your business, then it is time for you to take employee engagement seriously. So many times the HR or the HR department think of engaging their employees by giving them some kind of activities, team building exercise, or possibly giving them rewards. Everybody wants to get rewards, but the social science and the various HR media has been working to understand that how to engage employees. So it is not the reward, or it is just not a recognition which can engage your employees. It is deep into the culture of your organization and your work practice, which is going to tell that whether your employees are engaged or not. In a recent survey done by the Gallup Association, it was found that worldwide 13% workers are only engaged. And the alarming fact is that 24% worldwide employees are disengaged. So now you imagine that if you have an engaged workforce, how big your business can be tomorrow. So it is like that. If you find that your customer care department is handling the irate customer on the first day of the week with an equal energy and with the equal amount of concentration, in the last day of the week, do you find your customer care agent taking those irate calls with the same intensity and with the same care? If it is yes, then definitely they are engaged. But if it is no, then definitely it means that your workers need to get engaged. So before we talk about employee engagement, let me ask you that how exactly it affects your business. Most of us think that we have recruited good talent who are highly paid, who have got a high pedigree, they have come with a lot of experience, and they are basically giving us short-term objectives. So we are basically happy. We think that our targets are fulfilled, our goals are fulfilled. So that means our organization is going on the right path. But many times we do not see or we do not foresee the roadmap which is ahead of us. The employees may be giving you the returns, but are they really connected with your purpose? Are they really aligned with the organizational goals? If they really take the organizational goal as their personal goals, that means you have committed employees who are not only working for a paycheck, but they are working for a better purpose. And the purpose is to get the organization fulfill its objective. But it is only going to happen when you know that how to connect your employees emotionally with the organization. So if you're really serious about engaging your employees, then I would suggest you to do a basic exercise. Maybe if you are a leader, if you are a HR person, or if you are just a line manager, you can try out the small experiment with your employees. You can give them 6 simple questions to answer. The first, ask them, did you do the best to get yourself clear with your goals? Or in other way, that do you really know what exactly are your goals in this organization? Many a times the employees do not know what are their goals and what are they supposed to do. So possibly getting an answer to this can get a better clarity to their role and objective in the organization. And the second question is that, did you do the best to progress yourself or to achieve the goals which you have set in the organization? Many times people only set the goals, they set KRA, but they really do not walk towards fulfilling those growth factors. So if you have set KRA, but if you are not really doing enough, if you are not really doing the kind of activities which can take you closer to fulfilling those goals, then also you are not on the right track. So you have to ensure that you are taking enough activities, you are doing the right things which take you closer to the goals. And the third question which you can ask, that did you do the best to make yourself happy? Happiness is really the key for success. If your employees are not happy, how do you think they will make your customers happy? So we often talk about customer delight, we talk about customer satisfaction, but somewhere we forget that the happiness of our employees are connected to the customers. So if you do not have a satisfied employees, if you don't have the delighted employees, we cannot have delighted customer. And that is why someone has said that customers are only happy when your employees are happy. So employee is your first customer. And the immediate fourth question which you're going to ask is that, did you make sure that you have enough purpose to work in this organization? Or do you think that your role is really meaningful? Are you really going to add value to the organization? Did you do your best to add value to your role? So most of the time, people don't know that how their work or how their contribution is going to add value to their team. And that is possibly when they learn, they start considering them as an important part of the team, and that is where they get emotionally connected. And the fifth question which you can ask themselves is, did you build the human touch? Did you do the best to get the best relationship in the organization? Because often in this corporate world, we become very mechanical and we get lost in this corporate politics, business pressure, target, and we end up screwing sometimes our relationship. So we need to also value the human relationship, the peer relationship, which is really going to make wonders. We should not forget a good chemistry, a good team bonding can really bring great success to your organization tomorrow. So it is not how much big investment or how much big talent or the big processes you have got. It is the kind of bonding or the relationship which you build in your organization is going to create wonders for your company. And finally, last but not the least point, you need to ask your employee that did you do the best of yourself to get yourself engaged for the 8 hours of your work? Because if you see seriously, you will find that nobody works 8 hours. You'll find that they hardly work 40% or 50%, or maximum they can work 60 to 65% of the day. And that is where you will find that what is that work they do which really makes them more connected, and what is that work they do which actually disengages them in the day. So if they gradually do a self-evaluation, they will be able to come out with a better self-introspection and give you a better answer. And it is not always that by giving instruction and by giving orders, you will get a positive or a engaged workforce. It is, of course, by interacting with them, trying to understand them, you can get an engaged workforce. Think in this way. Your employees, suppose some employees are there who are basically interested in bringing new things, new innovations in the company. And there are some employees in the company who are actually not interested about the new things, but they are rather trying to take ownership to protect whatever you have. So you have to understand that how you are going to put your new objectives or the responsibilities to those employees. Overall, it is all about taking ownership, and your employees will only take ownership when they understand their role and their connection with the organization and how much they are valued in the team. So employee engagement is really an interesting chapter, but it is more of practice than theory. So if you are really serious about bringing a positively 100% engaged employee, you have to start working today. So you can ask me that how to start. Yes, there are 3 things which we should primarily focus when we talk about engaging our employees. The first, we need to work on the culture of the company. A culture is often like the DNA of a system. So if you really think about bringing in a change, you need to work on the culture. The kind of culture which you have, whether you have an equal opportunity organization, whether you have the kind of right team-oriented environment, whether you have got a voice which you really have for the employees, all these factors makes a difference. So start working on the culture, the kind of communication, the kind of togetherness, the kind of team bonding, that is going to make a difference tomorrow. And the second thing is, it is time that you train your employees. Yes, you need to work on your employees, you need to work on the people. People often think that we actually come from big business school, we have got the best of the talent, we know what exactly are the right things in the market, we know what exactly is going on, but we often neglect that training with time, with the new things, with the new culture is very important. And when we get our employees trained on the new skills, on the new activities, and more important is when you get your team attuned with the new challenges, you are more closer to your success. And finally, you need to spend on your employees. You need to give enough resources to employees to make sure that you are really making the right calculation to get your return on investment. So the first investment is how you invest on your employees. Think of upgrading them. Think of giving them the best of the incentives. Think of spending on their welfare. And if you really have got all these things done, I can say that you are on the same page. And I would request all my viewers and all those professionals or the would-be professionals who are watching the video, if you really want to spread this gospel of employee engagement and the concept of positive and motivated workforce, that I would request to share this video to tens and hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people. When they watch this video, they will come to understand that how easily we can engage our employees. And trust me, if we can get an engaged workforce, it can guarantee 5 times better results of giving you the benefit or the business returns. So while you are waiting, let's share the video and make sure that we are going to start this chain reaction of positive and 360-degree charged employees. Till then, take care. Hope you have all enjoyed this video. If you really like, then please give me your like and subscribe my channel. I will be back for one more such interesting video. Till then, take care, stay positive. Hey guys, what are you waiting for? If you have still not subscribed me, subscribe my channel and get some more interesting video on positive lifestyle, and hit the bell button so that you can watch some more interesting videos.